Hi, welcome to Nagesh Botany online classes. Now today I am going to explain about one topic, that is the cell, the unit of life. Now if you see in our surroundings, we are able to see different types of living things and as well as non-living things. If you observe all living organisms, they are made up of cells and the components of cells. So living beings, based on the number of cells, they are broadly divided into two types. So living beings are living things based on the number of cells, based on number of cells, they are broadly divided into two different types. The first type, unicellular organism, they are also known as single cellular organisms. Now here the unicellular organisms or single cellular organisms, if you will observe, throughout their lifespan they consist only one single cell. They exist in the nature with single cell only. So when you see the best example, there are many different examples are there for unicellular organisms. The first example is amoeba, now chlamydomonas, chlorella. Like this, there are different examples we can say for unicellular organisms. So but here the unicellular organisms, throughout their lifespan they consist only one cell, they exist in the nature with single cell only. But coming to multicellular organisms, if you'll observe, multicellular organisms, their body made up of more number of cells, more than two. So if the organism consists only one single cell, we can say that is unicellular organisms. If the organism made up of more than two cells or more than two cells, that we can say multicellular organisms. So we can say here multicellular organisms, so Spirogyra, neem, like this we can discuss different examples for multicellular. Now the topic, what is a cell? In this topic, what we are going to learn, whenever we discuss about unicellular organisms, I am talking about unicellular organisms, independent existence will be there. You take any example, unicellular organism, that may be prokaryotic cells to eukaryotic cells, unicellular organisms, independent existence will be there. Independent existence means they exist in the nature with single cell only. So for example, if you see here chlamydomonas or chlorella, amoeba or euglena, any organism that exists in the nature independently, means so here it live independently. Next, whenever it comes to unicellular organism, one more important point, performing all essential functions of the life. Within that single cell only, all functions, all essential functions means that may be respiration, excretion, whatever important functions needed for survival of the organism, all those functions occurs within that single cell only. Performing all essential functions of life. Every essential function that occurs in single cell only, whatever needed for survival of the organism. Now we will see historical information about cell biology. Now here the first, now I am going to explain about first scientist name Robert Hooke. first person he identified dead cell, but dead cell name, that is Quercus suber plant, that is oak tree. Oak tree plant dead cell first identified by Robert Hooke. Oak tree scientific name Quercus suber. It is the scientific name of oak tree. From this plant cell, the dead cell identified by the Robert Hooke. Robert Hooke identified dead cell. But one doubt will arise. Sir, dead cell means what, sir? Cell without cytoplasm. Whatever he observed, Robert Hooke, whatever he observed, Quercus suber plant cell, that only cell wall he noticed. So here like this only cell wall he noticed, that appeared like a compartment, a small box like structure appeared to his eyes. So here it appears like a compartment like structure. This is only cell, but that is dead cell. So it is a cell but dead cell, because due to lack of cytoplasm or protoplasm or nucleoplasm, nothing will be there. So just only empty cell wall observed under microscope. But here the dead cell is identified Robert Hooke, but after discovering the dead cell under microscope, he also wrote a book about the dead cell. That book written by Robert Hooke, that is Micrographia. A book written by the scientist. So that book name Micrographia. That Micrographia, it consists information about dead cell and discovery, the method of the dead cell, all entire information about dead cell written in that book, that is Micrographia. Next, whenever it comes to living cell is identified or discovered by Anton van Leeuwenhoek. Anton van Leeuwenhoek. So living cell is identified or discovered by Anton van Leeuwenhoek. It's easy to remember for examination point of view. Living cell, that is the first letter is L. Leeuwenhoek first letter is L. So Anton van Leeuwenhoek scientist identified living cell. So but here one doubt will arise, sir, what type of living cells he observed under microscope? So he observed amoeba, next RBC cells and various protozoans, many protozoans identified under microscope, that is living cell. So next one doubt will arise, sir, mainly living cell, how I can say that is living cell? The living cell, it consists of cytoplasm. Within the cell, cytoplasm will be there. All metabolic activities occurs. So cytoplasm, based on the presence of cytoplasm, you can say confidently that is living cell. So here here eukaryotic cells, usually they consist of the well organized nucleus. That nucleus identified by one more scientist, that is Robert Brown. So here nucleus, that is found in eukaryotic cells. The well organized nucleus, that is identified by Robert Brown. So Robert Brown, so scientists the first time identified the nucleus which is present inside the eukaryotic